We'd left the sanctuary of the mountain valleys below and ascended over 1100 metres in elevation, up to the mountain tops and into the thick of the weather. Our plan was to glass some of the open country and north faces for a couple of days up here. The weather was brutal. Temperatures were in the minuses, cold winds and constant downpours, but this did not deter us from setting out in an attempt to achieve our goal. We've set up camp. There's a heap of open country up here, which is great, so it looks really good, so we're pretty excited about being up here. The track was good, a couple of spots that were a bit slippery, a bit crossed up in the four-wheel drives, but other than that it was pretty good. And legend has it there's a few big stags up here, so we might get lucky again. Just walked up this valley, got a bit of elevation. I'm just glassing across to a face. Wind's blowing straight at me and I can see a game trail coming down. Kind of hoping that something's going to drop out of there. It's just on dusk now, so it opens up right behind me. There's a big valley that I've walked up over here. It's not as cold as what I thought it would be up here. It hasn't rained yet, although it's coming. Forecast is not looking too flash. But we've set up camp and got a good fire going, so that's good. I saw a little bit of sign walking in, not a lot, but and it wasn't fresh. It was a couple of days old. Creek running down the bottom of this valley down here, so there's water down there. So we'll just wait and see. So I've just been glassing across this other face for about 3/4 of an hour. I've actually managed to find a game trail where they're coming down. It's really hard to spot because it's such grassy ground, so it's hard to spot where they're walking, but I've managed to find one. It's in a bit of a clearing. Hurry up and wait, it's a waiting game. It's a good time to think about strategy and what to do tomorrow, where to go, where are the deer going to be, why are they going to be there. If anyone else has figured that out, let me know. After a couple of hours of glassing the opposing face of the valley that I was in, with not one deer seen, I decided to make the journey back to camp prior to getting dark. During the early hours of the morning, we were subjected to a huge downpour and thunderstorm. It continued well until mid-morning. Therefore, we waited until a break in the weather to get out for a hunt. So we're just going to head off while it's not pissing down with rain. So as we just walked up the top here, we're going to walk out onto a ridge line and do a bit of glassing. The weather's let up a little bit, it's still raining, but just not as heavy, so we expect to get a bit wet, but so be it. Trail here. I don't know if you can hear me because this wind's pretty strong, but I found a trail walking along this ridge line. A couple of prints, I don't know how old they are. It's sort of hard to tell because they've had a bit of rain and I don't know whether they're fresh or whether they're old ones that have been covered up by water and sort of made to look fresh. I've got a couple of layers on to keep me warm. I've got a polypros on at the moment. Just a t-shirt over top of that, and then Stony Creek shirt and the spiker jacket. I'm warm, which is good. It's about 2 degrees here at the moment, so we checked on the thermometer at camp. It's cool. We were expecting snow late tonight or tomorrow, so I'm up at about 1600 now. It's plateaued up the top here. I'm hoping that there's looks like it drops off at the other side of here, but I'm hoping that it's clear enough to be able to glass through. I don't think it is. Just come across some fresh sign. And the bush started to clear out somewhere on top of that 1600 metre mark. So we've got some pretty good elevation. Looks like I might be able to glass down. Up here, they've been bedding down in here as well. I finally found where I wanted to be, but I've come up here. If it wasn't for all this bloody cloud, what a sight it would be. I might actually just stay here for a bit. The thermal was all bringing all this stuff up. So it's all blowing up from the valley floor, all blowing up the face. There's a big basin in here. It's actually starting to clear out a bit now, so I'll be able to do some good glassing from here. When I reached the top of the ridge line, I stumbled across an amazing vantage point. A rocky bluff with 180-degree panoramic views around me, and it dropped down into the steep valley floor. However, the constant cloud wafting up from below made it difficult to glass consistently into the bush, and with the weather turning for the worst, I sought out some shelter after about 30 minutes. So, it's a bit wet. So I'm hunkered down under a tree log to get out of the rain. Just got wetted it out there. Hoping that cloud was going to sort of blow up, but it's just not. It's relentless. So I might head back. It's my wife's birthday today. Happy birthday, Gemma. She's back in Perth. That's done, Mitchell. So unfortunately I'm not there with her today. Gemma, I hope you're having a good birthday, and I'll see you soon in a few days' time. With no deer spotted and not being able to glass through the dense, thick cloud cover, I decided to make my way back to camp and regroup with the others so we could hatch out a plan for what we would likely do over the next couple of days. Bitterly cold up here. I'm sleeping with a fair few layers on tonight. We're just sort of deciding what to do tomorrow. We haven't seen bugger all sign up on the tops up here. Rob did get honked yesterday, but that's the only deer we've heard or seen. Bugger all game trails. We can't find any trails anywhere, and even any footprints or anything. But the rain's just probably washed most of it away. We might be a little bit early. The snow melt's just finished, so they might not be up this high yet. We probably need to wait a little bit longer before we sort of hunt up this high. But look, it was a gamble we took coming up here. We thought down below was getting a little bit too busy. The deer, our theory was the deer had pushed up a little bit higher, but probably not this high. So we're just debating tomorrow. We think we might actually drop back down. But we don't know the condition of the track. There's probably going to be a little bit hairy going back down after the amount of rain. We've had a fair heap of rain up here, but we're just sort of talking strategy tonight, and we're going to sort of reevaluate things in the morning. I think we're wasting our time being away up here, so we've got to see some different country, and it's the right time of year. It'll be amazing up here. I'm going to try and get a little bit of sleep, be up before dawn to pack up camps. We made the difficult decision to head back down into the valleys below. A journey that we were nervous about, given the amount of rain and the effect that would have on the steep four-wheel drive track that would take us down in there. However, we were soon to realise that this decision would once again pay huge dividends for us and would top off a fantastic end to an already epic trip.